Akira stood in front of the bathroom mirror, rehearsing what he'd say to her for the third time that week. He never said it. And tonight, like every other night, he'd walk past her table, pretend he didn't see her, and hate himself on the drive home. Here's what nobody tells you about confidence. It's not something you find, it's something you build. And Akira was about to learn this the hard way. Every morning, Akira would plan out scenarios in his head. He'd imagine introducing himself at the gym, speaking up in the team meeting, asking the barista her name. But when the moment came, a voice would kick in. What if you sound stupid? What if she's not interested? What if everyone sees you fail? So he'd do what felt safe. He'd stay quiet, blend in, wait for the right moment. Except the right moment never came, because confidence doesn't work that way. One day, Akira noticed something. The guys who seemed naturally confident, they weren't smarter, they weren't better looking, they weren't even that interesting. But they did one thing differently. They acted first. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't rehearse. They just moved. And then Akira realized the most important thing he'd ever learn about confidence. Confident people aren't confident because they never feel fear. They're confident because they act anyway. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. Here's what was happening in Akira's brain. Every time he avoided something that scared him, his brain logged it as a threat. See, we were right to be afraid. That situation is dangerous. So the next time, the fear got louder. But when you do the thing you're afraid of, even if it's messy, even if it's awkward, your brain updates the file. Wait, we survived. Maybe this isn't so dangerous after all. This is called exposure, and it's how you reprogram your nervous system. Small acts of bravery don't just make you feel better, they literally rewire your brain. You don't need to win, you just need to show up. Akira stopped waiting to feel confident. He started asking a different question. Not, what if I mess this up, but what would a confident version of me do right now? And then he'd do that, even if his hands were shaking. He started small, making eye contact with strangers, speaking first in conversations, asking questions without apologizing. At first, it felt like acting, like he was pretending to be someone else. But after 2 weeks, something shifted. He realized he wasn't pretending anymore. He was becoming. Because here's the secret about identity. You don't act like the person you are, you become the person you act like. Confidence isn't a personality trait you're born with, it's a skill you practice. And every time you choose courage over comfort, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. So here's your challenge. In the next 24 hours, do one thing that scares you socially. Not something reckless, something small. Start a conversation with a stranger. Compliment someone out loud. Post something online without overthinking it. Raise your hand and speak in a room full of people. It doesn't matter if it goes well. It matters that you do it. Because confidence isn't built in your head. It's built in moments like these, when you feel the fear and move anyway. Akira walked up to her table. His heart was pounding. His mind was screaming at him to turn around. But this time, he didn't listen. He introduced himself. It was awkward. She smiled anyway. And on the drive home, something was different. He didn't hate himself. He felt alive. Because for the first time in years, he chose who he wanted to be. You're not waiting for confidence. You're one decision away from it. The only question is, are you going to take it?